The Goblin Twins by Francis Cha. Read to you today by Gammy. Doki and Kibi were only 601 years old. All the other Dokibi thought that they were babies, and very silly ones too. For one thing, Doki did not like scaring people. Instead of playing tricks on them, he was always trying to give them gifts of gold or silver that would conjure up his magic club. His favorite thing to do was curling up in his abandoned house with one of his abandoned books. He had 3. As for Doki's twin, Kibi, he liked scaring people a bit too much, and he loved to explore. Once, almost 400 years ago, Kibi had even snuck into the palace for a royal scare. Just stick to the dark roads, okay? He got in a lot of trouble over it. One day, Doki and Kibi overheard some terrible news. They had to leave the house that they had lived in their whole life. The other Dokibi made plans for moving. Finally, I've always wanted to live in a graveyard. But Kibi had a better idea. I heard this bizarre story about a land where Kibi was so excited that he could hardly talk. There are haunted houses and people go visit them because they want to be scared. And people dress up to scare other people. That can't be right, scoffed Doki. Well, apparently it's true, and I am going. Are you coming with me or not? Doki thought sadly about how much he hated scaring people. He thought about how he hated trying new things. Kibi always had to coax him into visiting friends in other parts of town. But then he thought about how much he would miss Kibi if they split up, and imagined his twin alone in an unknown land. Doki thought about the adventures that filled the 3 books that he had read for the past several hundred years, while he himself had continued to live in just one house during the time. Okay, he said. Kibi breathed a secret sigh of relief. A few weeks later, after they had visited the others at their new graveyard digs, they snuck into an airplane. Flying made them feel sleepy, but when they woke up, they were in a strange land. New York was different, all right. For starters, compared to Seoul, people walked very slowly, and the streets were spacious and filled with wildlife, and the buildings were so small and cute. They roamed around searching for an abandoned house to live in, where they could set up haunted decorations. Some houses were just too cheerful, and some were way too new. Sometimes they were already occupied by New York monsters who were not very friendly. Finally, they found one that Doki thought was quite perfect. But Kibi said no. He said he was looking for something extra perfect. It seemed like they would never find the perfect haunted house until one dark and stormy night. This is it, said Kibi. I don't know why you like this house more than the other one that was near the howling forest, said Doki doubtfully. That one had nice broken stairs and an attic full of cobwebs. This is why. After settling in, they had tea with a neighbor down the block who gave them tips on how to get the house ready for Halloween. And they got right to work. At last, the night that they had been waiting for came. Doki trembled with anticipation. Trick or treat! Oh dear! Well, hopefully Doki and Kibi will come down soon. The end. We have so much more to learn. Be blessed.